Hello and welcome to We Got a Podcast, a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z, from Earth to Namek to Sadala. We cover it all. My name is Randy.
And I'm Doug.
And I'm Trunks' two dads, Ken.
Oh, well, we are the world's strongest under the heavens trio de dangers here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. We're going to continue our Super Dragon Ball Heroes discussion, regrettably. But first, I have to ask that age-old question. Doug, how are you doing?
Hey, man, regrettably, whatever. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I want to show off some nice figures I just got. You might see this. I got this Ultra Ego Vegeta that just came in, the head sculpt for it. And it's a beautiful, I haven't attached it yet. I need to like apply heat to them be able to attach this. The thing about third-party figures is like, do you want this cool character? Well, you got to buy this. And then you got to also buy this other kit from someone else. And you got to buy a custom head peg from this other person. And then you got to buy a matte coloring spray so it doesn't look all plasticky. It's the whole BS-ness of...
Well, that head will fit the regular Vegeta buck body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Buck body?
Buck. It's another term for like just a body that gets reused a lot in figures.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to go on the one I'm holding right now,
Right,
but
yeah.
It's just a tad too tight, so I need to...
So this
water
is
it down.
a Ultra Ego head, and it can fit on this kind of custom battle
Black hole
damaged
toys.
Majin Vegeta body, right?
Yeah. So it's really, really cool. But yeah,
Nice.
no other figures to talk about, really. Nothing really cool came out. Oh, except for these right behind me are the... What are they called? The Genkai? I'm just kidding. I know what it is. It's Genkidamatsuri. Please, everyone. Genkidamatsuri. Not that hard. All right. And I also got the SH figure arts of it. The coveted, beautiful, incredible Genkidamatsuri Goku SH figure arts. It's a work of art, man. Trust me. I've already
Do you
taken it out of the
sleep with that
box. And sleep over it and like crush it with my body? I don't think so. This stays away from me and food for at least 6 feet at all times.
But you did take it out of the box. I watched a TikTok short.
I was just trying to get at that, is that I actually took it out of the box and like played with it, and man, it's an awesome figure. So I can't wait to mess with it some more, make more videos about it. And by the time you're listening to this, actually, I'm running a giveaway for one of these figures. Thanks to Jump Ichiban, like they are gonna like send one out to a lucky winner out there. So yeah, follow me on my socials. It'll be mostly an Instagram thing. Like you can enter anywhere, but Instagram will be like the main place because you got to follow Jump Ichiban on Instagram. But yeah, to get one, I know how hard it is to get. Everyone wants it. Sorry, Ken and Randy, you're not a part of this giveaway. That would be too much of a, what is the word, colluding. If you won that, there'd be riot in the streets. There'd be riot on the Jabaz accounts.
You could have just asked them, hey, these other two dudes, they'll also run a giveaway. You just gotta, here's their address. Just send them some stuff.
Man,
But-
I had to fight for this though. They were gonna send like another figure out, but I'm like, I think people would really like it if you sent one of these SH figure arts instead. So they were like, oh, okay. So yeah,
Nice. The
That's
view
me.
behind the curtain. It's beautiful. Well, Ken, how about you? What's new?
Got a few things on my docket here. First of all, I rolled credits in Pokopia.
Oh,
Wonderful game. I know some people were getting like emotional at the end of it. Me, not so much, but also because there's a lot of lore that unfolds in the ending, and I'm just like lore pilled, and I'm like with my Excel spreadsheets rather than my emotions. So it was a really great game. My wife is in the other room, still playing it right now as we go. We're developing out Pallet Town and doing a lot of cool stuff there. I'll have to show it sometime. Doug, show you at least. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know if
I'd love
Randy
to
will
see it.
care, and I know people listening to this don't care either. But it's a lot of fun. We should play together sometime, Doug, because there is multiplayer.
yes, I can't wait because I'm just not to the part where I found a certain mascot of the series. And
okay.
I'm starting to like
Yeah.
connect all these like power poles across the land and everything, and like
Utility poles,
I was-
not Nyoibo.
utility poles, not power poles, not Noibo. But like I was missing like one of them. I'm like, why is it like lighting up 4 stars and not or 4 circles instead of 5 circles? I'm like, what am I missing here? I was just missing some utility pole in one random spot, but I found that, and now that's where I'm at. I haven't activated it yet, but I'm ready to. It's a really nice, fun, chill game. I was getting a little overwhelmed at first because there was like so much to do and you could do anything. But that's when you need to like just jump back into the plot of the game, and you'll get more stuff, and it'll be more of a slower paced, better paced gameplay.
To me, it does feel like just do everything after you beat the game. Like just kind of take the golden path, learn everything, because I saw someone put this pretty succinctly. The main game is a tutorial, and you're meant to really start doing everything after you beat it, because then you know everything and you have access to, like, Doug, I'll just go ahead and tell you, you don't get your final ability until after you roll credits.
No way.
It's that kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow, okay. That's kind of cool, though.
So it's a very neat game. I don't know if I'd say it's the best Pokemon game. Like, I still think that's Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I would still give it to that. But this is definitely one of my favorites in the franchise. I definitely love it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even see it in the same, like, vein as those games. It's its own category of, like, but it's just, like, Pokemon themed, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. I do want to hear someday from Pokemon Company if this game is considered canon to the mainline games, because there's no way it could be. There's no way with what's going on. Yeah, Doug, if you've been reading like those lore logs that you pick up along the way, there's no way they could make this canon, but we'll see. No well, you never know. I have been reading Chainsaw Man. It just ended today. A lot of people were hoping that this was just the end of part 2, but as of now, it is looking as though it is the end of the series. I'm going to speak very briefly on this. I think the ending itself is fine. Like, the final chapter and what unfolds is fine. It does not take the time needed to get there, though. And it is just very much it's not satisfying. It could have been. And so it is at a point where with Chainsaw Man, I would say do not even bother with part 2. Because it just doesn't do anything. So you can end at the end of part 1, and then you've experienced Chainsaw Man as really all you need to.
Okay, that's good to know, because I've done none. I've not read or seen nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could just do part 1. Or, Randy, as an introduction, just watch that Reze movie that came out. Just like watch that on its own. And then see if you like it, because tonally that understands the manga, whereas the anime episodes that preceded it did not. And it was very much, it was like what happened in the manga, but the way that it is shown is a different feel than the manga had, like tonally dissonant a little bit.
Okay.
It's still good. It's just not the manga on itself.
Yeah. Well, it's a bummer that it's not, crazy good, like you're ranting and raving from the top of the buildings or anything.
Yeah, anime or manga series just recently have been having trouble ending. Like, I didn't think Sorcery Fight's ending was very good either. And Modulo and now this. So anyways, but let me tell you about something that I fell in love with. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's Nirvana, the band, the show.
Yeah.
Okay. So Doug knows about it. I put the entire thing on my Plex. And actually, as of today, I put the movie on my Plex, and I will be watching it as soon as we are done here.
Yes! Super Mario RPG.
Yes, so you may have seen like the people singing along to the Wii Shop channel music from like 2007, 2008, from a
Randy hasn't
long
experienced
time
this
ago.
canon moment yet.
He probably has. He just doesn't remember it. In the way that like probably most people our age have seen a Mega 64 video without knowing it. Randy has probably seen this update day, and then it just like left his brain.
I follow someone on Instagram that posts it every Wednesday, that video, because they're like, oh, it's Wednesday and Wii Shop day.
So let me take a step back, tell you, Randy, I'm going to talk to you. Randy, you're the audience. Here's what Nirvana, the band, the show is. It is a show about two guys two guys, one who is a vocalist and the other one is a pianist, and they are a band called Nirvana, the band. Not Nirvana. They're called Nirvana, the band.
All right.
And it is about them trying to book a gig at this like local pub, restaurant, theater type place called the Rivoli. And instead of going like trying to actually book a gig, they always come up with a plan to get the gig. That is the most roundabout, crazy way. And it is some of the most creative filmmaking I have possibly ever seen. Wow. And avant-garde, and their confidence in storytelling gets better every episode as you stack along the way and get towards the ending of the series. And I have heard that the movie is like 11 out of 10 and just filled with, how did they do this? type stuff. And
without permits and stuff.
Yeah, and the show like blurred the line of what was real and what wasn't and leaves you guessing to the point where it's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what was real about this and what was scripted.
Right.
And so I'm very much looking forward to watching the movie. I cannot recommend it enough. Randy, the whole thing's on my Plex, including Update Day. I made sure that was on there as well.
And the characters themselves are like a couple of goofballs. Like they're not like, right? Am I wrong in that? Ken? Or just like, yeah. But it's like there's definitely like a creativeness in there where they're purposely being goofballs.
Yes, for sure.
And it is so good.
They were heavily influenced by Mega 64 of all things,
right?
And so there's like a lot of man on the street bits where they're talking to just randos, and it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend.
Okay. Interesting. And it's one season, one movie? It's what the deal is?
One web series.
Okay.
2 seasons of a TV show and a movie.
Okay. Interesting. Multimedia. Wow. That's crazy.
Sorry.
Well, Randy, what have you been up to?
Okay. Well, let's see here. Well, I had a birthday about a week or so ago.
About a week ago.
So that was fun. It was just, hanging out, being chill. But my mom and I went shopping the other day. We went to the Mall of America, and she's like, you still have to, tell me what you want for your birthday. So we went to a store, and I was really struggling what exactly I wanted to get between two things. She's like, how about you just shut up and you just grab both? So I've got myself a solid Edgeworks Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta here.
Nice.
So that's nice.
You edging.
Yeah. And I think this is also the same line, but it's the 10th anniversary Dokkan Battle Gogeta.
That one's really good. That one and the Vegeta are so good. Like we don't know anything about Dokkan Battle, but those figures are still so good.
They still rip. So, I wanted Super Saiyan 4 something because I don't have that. I'm like, he looks cool, but it's such a boring pose. It's just fused and the camera pans up, against
it's the same because solid Edgeworks usually are the ones where they're like, it's the pose of them like mid walking forward. Like 90% of the characters in that line are walking forward, but they made the Gogeta just stand there with the power pose.
Right.
But still looks good.
But the other fun part was that my niece was along, and her birthday is in like 3 weeks. So she is also a huge anime nerd. So when I brought up there's a figure store, she was like, I have space on my shelf, and I am so excited. Here are the things that I want, and here's what hopefully we could find. She was looking for a Megumi from Jujutsu Kaisen, Sorcery Fight, if you're nasty. And they had some Gojos, which she also wanted. She's like, but there's no Megami. And I'm like, okay, well, tell you what, there's another store right around the corner. And if they've got one there, I'll get that for you. I went over there. They had just one, and it was their last one. And it was exactly in the price range. So, yeah, that was good. That was good. Making a fellow anime nerd's day, getting her first, pretty large, higher quality figure. So,
have you told her that her goofy uncle does a Dragon Ball podcast?
She knows. Okay. She is aware. The funniest thing was, we're walking by there, and they have some, very tall, life-size statues. So I got a picture of her with Zoro, one of her favorites from One Piece. But they also have a giant Portgas D Ace. And I pointed him out, and she was just like, oh, all right. And I'm like, oh, I think his whole story was over before you were born. So I can understand why you are not attached to this character at all. So I get it. Like
she doesn't watch One Piece, or she hasn't gotten there yet, or what do you mean?
I don't know how she digests One Piece. If she
or just starts watching when the show is on television,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna watch the new episode that just came out, and then I'll just watch it every week. So at that point,
right? Because I don't watch One Piece, but I'm pretty sure Ace, is a character that
he's a character who is voiced by Piccolo.
Oh, Piccolo.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Furukawa.
Toshio Furukawa.
That was really fun. And I didn't put it here on the outline, but I also wanted to bring it up because it was very, very cool. I watched a sports documentary. And first of all,
who are you?
That makes me the coolest person here. It's just so...
Well, I watched that Michael Jordan one, okay? So hold on.
Okay. Well, yours is cooler than mine, probably. But I watched this one called No Packers, No Life. And it is a sports documentary about a Wisconsin businessman who, for whatever his job is, involves traveling overseas. And he went to Japan, and he just was walking around, and he saw in a bar just some Packers logos. He's like, that's not a thing one would expect, the Wisconsin football team, and went in, and it turns out that there is a small group of hardcore Green Bay Packers fans in Japan called the Japanese Packers Cheering Team. And they all just come from different ways of discovering this American sport and being big on this team. So then he and his family and friends were like, let's all host a group of 20 people who don't really speak a lot of English, but to fly over and stay here to go see their first Packers game. And it's very heartfelt and very great. So,
in Japan, they were going to call Pac-Man Paku Paku, but then...
Hey, did you know that Super Mario Brothers 2 is based on Doki Doki Panic?
Whoa, man, learning so much stuff today. Things that I've never heard before. So anyway, it was very, very cool. If you can find it, I don't know where it is, because I found it in other places. But
I still think I'm the coolest because I watched Heated Rivalry. Straightest show in America, I think. I've only seen bits and pieces.
I've only seen clips. I'm pretty sure it's
but it's all about hockey.
Those are the clips you saw. I saw different clips.
Yeah. Interesting. Before we start talking about some good TV, let's start talking about some Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which is what we're all here for.
Some bad good TV.
YouTube.
Now, hold on. These didn't air on TV.
That's true.
They
These
aired
are
on my
ONAs.
TV.
They're original net animations. Promo anime, as they're called.
It's the logo of promotional anime on the top right the whole time, so
In case you forgot, this ain't canon, baby. This is its own thing. So, yeah, we're doing this. We're finishing up the Prisoner Planet arc, and this, ties into the whole mind-boggling realm of the Dragon Ball Heroes card game. And this is the second part, episodes 4, 5, and 6. And ran from July 2018 to August 2024. And, we're just going to get back into it. I'm taking a look here. We have some stuff that we missed last time, talking about a new character to the series. And Ken, can you tell me more about Few?
Yeah, we jumped into Few here kind of without any context, and as if you had never seen him before, never heard of him before, but he actually originates from Dragon Ball Online, but not in the game. He is only in the Taiwanese guidebook and never actually appeared in the game. So this game came out in Korea and in Taiwan, and the Korean guidebook he's not in, but he's in the Taiwanese guidebook. But Dragon Ball Online, I believe, closed before they ever actually implemented him into the game. But through that Taiwanese guidebook, we do know that he is Toa and Mira's son, who are characters from Dragon Ball Online. Of course, they are the driving force behind the Xenoverse games. They are in Kakarot, spoiler alert, as well. They are pretty much everywhere. They're also in Dragon Ball Fusions. They're like the Dragon Ball video game characters, right? They get put in everything, much in the way that like back in the day, it was always Bardock and Broly were your unlockable characters. These two characters are the ones that are always behind the scenes. Something's going on.
Like messing with time and stuff.
That is the crux here, and that's probably not even the right word, of who Few is. He is their son, kind of a character that was created long ago, put on the back burner, and then came out for this, and we're kind of iffy on the timeline, but Xenoverse 2, he's also in some DLC for that later on, but we don't really know where that is. Now, we talked last episode about how episode 20 of this series is actually a prequel to that, and I went through and I just kind of skimmed through it today, and yes, at the end of that, you do see Few as a baby being sent off very Kal-El style by Toa and Mira after what happens in that episode. I'll leave that vague for when we get to it, because we will be getting to that in production order. But yeah, and it's the same design that he had in Dragon Ball Online. So even though this is possibly, again, asterisk, because we're not quite sure on the timeline of the real world timeline of when things happened, but this was his first real exposure to most fans who were not just hanging around importing Taiwanese guidebooks like Herms was.
Just the guidebooks,
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Good, because I was going to say, in our defense, all of this stuff, like you said, is a guidebook thing, and then in DLC for a different game that I think came out later. I can't remember exactly when that first Few DLC came out for Xenoverse 2, which was 2016. But it was kind of like, I mean, we're just kind of introduced to this guy. He's there, and he's always like, fight, ha ha ha.
Yeah. Luckily, the story doesn't ask for much more than that. It's just like it's just throwing so many things at you at once. Anyway, you're just like, okay, sure, we'll accept that. Obviously, a bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. Just roll with it, which is kind of what this whole show is about. Anything else there in the history of Few that we need to go over?
No, I'm sure we will learn a lot more about him as this series continues.
Yeah. Bad eyesight because he wears glasses like all of us.
Oh, that's true. He does have some dope pants. I do like his shorts. They are very cool looking.
He's got a cool character design in general, just like the glasses combined with like the hairstyle he has and then the sword and everything. Like it's interesting.
Two swords.
He reminds me of something. Or a character. I just can't put my finger on it. Like an actual human being character. Like in a TV show. I just can't put my finger on it.
He is very anti-Toriyama in his design, but in a way that is so off the spectrum that it like circles back around to the other end. And you're like, okay, this is back into acceptable design territory.
Right.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. So the rest of the stuff here to go over quick. If you didn't know, it's directed by Tadayoshi Yamamuro, music by Yuya Mori. And we got some fun stuff going on there. Ken, would you mind recapping us? Like, what's been going on in this show?
Well, surprisingly a lot. Last time on Super Dragon Ball Heroes, while training on Beerus's planet, again, Mai arrives to inform everyone that Trunks has gone missing. Enter the mysterious machinator Few, who guides our heroes to the prison planet where they encounter a variety of familiar and not so familiar faces. As the mad Saiyan Cumber wreaks havoc on everyone around him, can Goku and Vegeta pull out the stops to save the day?
Okay, well now I feel caught up.
I'm more lost than before.
So, what were our overall thoughts of these 3 episodes? Now, if we, want to recap where we were last time, Doug loved it. Ken, also loving it. Me, hating it. So, these 3 episodes, have they changed anything for you? Doug, I want to start with you.
Nah, baby, I'm still loving it. I'm eating this up like mama's breakfast.
Ooh.
On Sunday morning.
What does she make for breakfast? Never mind. We can talk about that later.
Ham and eggs, baby.
Ooh, there we go.
But no, yeah, it's good stuff. I really enjoy. It started off a little slow and like more dumb than usual, but then we got kicked back into gear, like right back in the swing of things. Like I think a lot of it is a lot more obvious now to me. I mean, it's always obvious, but that this is just introduce cards. Like just like look at this character because we're gonna reveal a card that you can get for the arcade machine here. It's like just now that I know the pattern, it just seems like I'm looking at that now and seeing that, but I still don't care. I'm still like, yeah, okay, whatever you got to do and like make it animated, great. I love it.
Heck yeah, nice. Okay, Ken, where are you on this?
I'm here. I'm enjoying it. Let me say that. Let me come up front and say I enjoy this. I don't enjoy it as much as the first batch because, again, I'm a lore guy. And I'm much more interested in the story, however thin it is, being set up and the universe and the way it works and how characters are interacting with each other. Because in these episodes, it's really just one big fight. Cumber was starting to push the limits of me not caring about battle powers and whatnot and power scaling as he would go from being a threat as a golden ape, being a threat as Super Saiyan 3, being a threat as base, and at that base, the only thing that can stop him is Ultra Instinct Goku. So I just had to be like, he's getting more powerful, he's getting more powerful, he's getting more powerful. Like that's just how I have to explain it to myself. And
yeah. A la Broly in the superhero.
I was right at the limit of that when the episode ended, these 3. I have a feeling that we will see a pattern with how I feel about these in that I will be really strong on the first batch we watch of each arc. And then if it just continues into be one big fight going through, then I will start to slip. But I am having a good time. Again, the music is stellar. Did you guys pay attention this time?
No.
Not really, but when I was watching for some other things, I was like, let me just really listen on the music just a sec. Yeah, this is all right. I dig this.
The music's great. The cast is still bringing it. And I'm having what minimal character interactions there are, I am having a really good time with it. It's just there's not any meat, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
Randy?
So I was pretty down on it last time, and I'm going to say the show continues to be pretty bad, but I was just enjoying it this last time I was watching.
Hey.
I decided to just put it on while I was doing a workout. I was getting strong just like our boys, and it was a good time. It just, accepting whatever happens, and that there's no logic to it, and that we're just all here to see a commercial. That's okay. It might be smashing our figures together. It's like watching a worse animated online match of Sparking Zero of people using mods, because these characters don't exist and they're just weird looking. But it's whatever, man. I just kind of like let it happen, let it wash over me, and I was like, all right, I'll just roll with it. And that's fine.
It's what it's meant to be. You're supposed to have that Leonardo DiCaprio moment where you're pointing at the screen like, oh, I know that character, I know that guy, kind of thing at all times.
I think the animation is perfectly cromulent. It's serviceable. I think we saw a little Sheeta in here, and I think we'll get to that later. It's okay. I don't think this is poorly animated. I just don't think, it's like when you think about Super before episode 67 and then minus Tate.
Yeah, absolutely. This feels like the most mid version of Super that there was before they started to put any sort of effort into it. So kind of seems
that's exactly what this deserves, though. This is the thing.
That's true. I will say, I think the animation is better than something else that I did this weekend, which is, you look at your wall of Blu-rays and you're like, there's stuff that I bought here that I haven't watched yet. And one of those things that I decided to change for that was I watched the first Yu-Gi-Oh movie, and weird for that to be a film, because the nothing is moving ever. Like, it's so strange for that to be a theatrical film. And so I think this was a little more animated than that. So I'll give it props. I'll give it props there. There's like one shot of like Goku stumbling out, and like his hair is like, very animated, and it's highly detailed. Just like, I don't know, just that there was at least one shot. So I'll say that there's that.
If you go back and you look at something like Naruto, right, there are those standout cuts from Naruto, right? Like Lee versus Gaara, Naruto versus Sasuke at the waterfall, Naruto versus Pain, even though that one's controversial, but it is good. But for like 99% of that show, it looks really bad. And I don't think that superheroes, I'm just going to call it that, shorten it up, superheroes has reached that level of like low quality. I think its baseline is much higher than something like that.
Right. I think so too.
Yeah, I can feel you there. So then let's talk about this. We had our 3 episodes. We left off last time with Cumber becoming I believe a Golden Ozaru, and having to deal with that. So, the boys, they come up with the logical thing. We got to cut off that tail.
Yeah, and they both come to that idea, which is nice to have Goku jump to something like that. And then Vegeta's like, don't tell me what to do.
Don't know what to do. Like, come on, Vegeta. I was like, just you were just one human being. I think maybe that was what like drove him apart. Like, Vegeta's like, we're 2 separate people now. Don't tell me what to do. Maybe that was why he was like that. Let's dig a little deeper into Vegeta's psyche here. And it's like, I need to be my own person here for a second.
There you go. So then they try to do that. It doesn't go well. He's not letting them get near his tail at all. And they're just kind of going all out. Sky's cracking.
This reminded me of like the Goma fight. It's like, oh, we just need to what was the way to kill him there that they were trying to, and they couldn't?
They had to knock him in the head.
Yeah, just knock him in the back of the head, tap him 3 times or whatever. I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, this seems dumb. Like, you can't just surprise Kienzan his tail from afar. Like, and
right.
Then this episode out of the 3, this number episode 4 was so milk toast that like it was. I didn't like how everyone was just throwing little like key blasts at him for like, what are you gonna do here? There's just like little, that's Vegeta's technique like thing that doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
this episode for the most part sucked.
See, you guys are focusing on that, and I am focusing on, why does Mai have the Potara back in her hand? Did she have a second set? Or did she off screen go and grab these, run back to Trunks? What's going on?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what is she doing with those? What are they? Yeah.
All I was thinking about was like, okay, so she's got those. Who's going to fuse now? Because we have her Trunks, Vegeta, and Goku, and it's like,
Right.
we can't just do Vegito again, even though we will. And so I was like, my fuse with somebody would be interesting. Trunks fusing with somebody, that'd be cool. And they don't, of course, do that. They'll go with something else, a little more fan servicey rather than interesting, but that's fine.
This is why we need Dragon Ball Fusions 2, because we would get Mai in that game. Dragon Ball Fusions 1 came out just like a hair too early, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas Dragon Ball Fusions 2 would have Mai in it, and you know that she would have some sort of fusion. They would do something with her for sure.
Yeah.
They'd have to do something. So I just kind of took notes of what happens here. So I don't remember what breaks up what episode.
Yeah.
But after all this,
we get some like kind of like really, you want to talk about the animation in this episode. Yeah, this is the weakest one, because this is the one where we get like Goku and Vegeta flying towards Cumber as like PNG files. Just zooming in, and then they go Super Saiyan. Their body doesn't change, just their hair, and the PNG continues to zoom in. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all.
No.
It was cool to see him as Super Saiyans in these outfits, though. Like, we don't get to see that too often.
Yeah.
The moment here where I thought maybe looked like Sheeta was when Kula fires at Cumber, and then Cumber kind of like fires back, and the smoke as Kula comes out of it looks very Sheeta stylized in a way that I would not be surprised to learn that he did that smoke.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, he's like, I got smoke like mastered. Let me do this one scene
He's
for
like,
you.
you're not going to let me shake the character's neck, so let me go through here and do this smoke and see what happens.
This is my consolation prize. I'll at least get to do smoke if I can't do necks.
So the chains are breaking from all of this, which kind of pulls Few out of his lab, because he's like, hey, you guys are going too far. All you need to do is you need to just give me energy, and let me go teach you a lesson.
Right. And strange thing, because we have not been explained why. You know, he's keeping things mysterious. It's just, I need energy, and also don't break this place.
Yeah, but go ham. Go at it.
A little too ham.
Go ham.
Christmas
Stop
ham.
it.
Yeah. Go berserk, but just chill berserk, just level 1 berserk.
Cumber is going to like crush Goku, and Mai yells out, "Goku-san!" which just doesn't quite sit well with me. I don't remember a whole lot about whatever interactions she and Goku had in the Future Trunks arc, if any.
Yeah.
But when, like, think Battle of Gods and think how much, like, vigor that version of Mai had, which was still very much part of the Pilaf gang and a terrorizing little kid, gun-toting kid. Remember, she pulls a gun on Trunks. And I understand that this is a Mai who has been through it and changed a little bit. But that's like one of the things that has always kind of like, people get upset about Mai and Trunks' relationship. And I'm like, you guys are missing the forest for the trees. The issue here is that this is not even really Mai. This is not the character that we had before. And something just stuck out about this moment of her yelling Goku-san. And I'm like, that is not Mai at all.
Yeah, who wrote that?
That's why in the previous podcast episode, like episode 1, where she's like running up to Goku, like, Goku-san, I had such an issue with, like, this feels off. I'm like, why is she like yelling for Goku like this and all that? But yeah, I try and look at these whenever they wish to become a younger age, that it's not like the same brain in like it's just a child body now. I think their brain also de-develops as well, so that they become like a new character. Like they get to reshape themselves.
If we want to talk scientifically, the hormones and everything are all different. Your brain chemistry totally changes. So even if you have your memories, you are not necessarily going to act like the version of you that was 40-year-old hag running around with this little imp and a dog.
We're definitely reaching, but this is like what's going to get us by to like accept these characters for what they're doing now.
Right.
Speaking of reaching, can we have an explanation of what the heck Fu does here? Because he absorbs the power of the power ball that, makes the Brutes waves in order to transform a Saiyan into his sword, and then just does like a slash at Cumber, doesn't cut his tail, and then he's like, oh, okay, I'm a person now.
So to me, it's that, well, he says mix and be bound, which is the opposite of burst and mix, right? So he is pulling the Zeno moon into his sword and then using it to, I guess, it would have just happened on its own, but then he uses it to like quick extract,
suck out,
suck it out of Cumber, and that I didn't take any issue with really, but yeah, him like forcefully sucking it out of Cumber, unnecessary tactic. You could have just let it happen.
Yeah. It was a cool visual, but then 2 seconds afterwards, I was like, so what happened? And why did he do
like
this?
what's happening to him right now?
Exactly.
And then we skipped over, like, this is where Goku goes Kaioken Blue on him for the second.
Right. Times 20.
Times 20. This is the most disappointing in, like, a battle direction that I was, because like, Goku's being crushed by Cumber's foot as he's a Golden Ozaru, and then Goku just screams, become Super Saiyan Blue. And then, like, has the music built up as if, like, whoa, he did it. He became blue. It's like, no, we've seen him blue. What would have been better if he's as being crushed and we don't see him. As he's being crushed, we just hear Kaioken times 20. And then he arises as Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue. That's the moment that I think they were looking for in that instance, but they just did the wrong order of it and messed it all up.
I agree.
That's a good point.
I'll make a special edit just for you, Doug.
Please. Ooh. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Because again, we've seen him as blue before. He did Kaioken once in that form, and not since because, he got a tummy ache or whatever the hell was going on with that.
In Super or in this
in
superheroes?
Super.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So Cumber's back in his base form now, and he goes after Few. Few says, nah, and yeets out of there. Cumber powers up, but still just base form. Or is he doing that like rage form that Broly had?
Maybe.
I don't know. And then
he had like a reddish black aura around him.
But that's already like his evil aura that he's got.
Yeah.
And then Goku goes Super Saiyan God, and the episode ends with Cumber saying that red hair, so you are ... What? Okay.
Still don't know what that he's implying there. Yeah.
Okay. We're at a point now where I am going to do separate research before we start the next arc. And I am going to read the manga of this.
Wow.
And so there has to be something here because people have commented, I think on our last episode, that like the manga is the story and that this anime that we're watching is the weakest and loosest adaptation of what's there. It's kind of like when you read a good book and then you watch the movie and the movie left out all the stuff that explains what's happening. That is what we are experiencing here. This isn't a normal adaptation, like a manga to anime adaptation where in fact they're leaving everything in the manga and adding onto it. This is supposedly straight up leaving stuff out.
Important things.
Could be something here, could not.
But I think, I would argue that's the way we should experience it though, Ken. I don't think you should be going and reading the manga and messing up the being the lore master that you are.
I think it would make, let's say, audience, let us know.
Because then you're gonna like try and find.
But I'm gonna do it anyways.
You're looking for you want a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Superheroes is just a bland cookie missing the chocolate chips. You're out there looking for the chocolate chips.
Yeah. What if they're there?
Horrible. It might not be there. If it's gonna be like one chocolate chip in there out of the whole cookie, and you're not gonna get. I'm hungry. Can you guys tell? I just want a cookie.
So we jump into the next episode. I do have it delineated here in my notes here.
Oh, good.
And my first note here is fighting. And then shrinking Goku PNG as he flies into crater. Some of the weakest directing, storyboarding going on here, for sure. It's Yamamuroing. This is what he is weakest at. I will forever defend him being the look of Dragon Ball. He has kind of carried that on his shoulders for a very long time. And so when we do close up on Goku's face and the nose has that like kind of angular Pac-Man look to it, right? Okay, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. It's his direction that's bad.
Yeah, that part's not so great. Did we skip over where Few gets back to his lair and all of his equipment and computers are broken? And
that's
like,
That's right. That's
where
we're at now.
Gotcha.
So someone just destroyed his office and he's mad about it.
And like it's the unfortunate thing of the titles that these episodes always give you, that as soon as you read the title of this episode, you're like, oh, they're gonna introduce this character, like kind of thing, and then I put two and two together, like, oh, this character must have destroyed Fu's lab or whatever, and then we're gonna see them again. Would have been nice to be surprised, but the title just has to tell you.
Well, technically, the people who destroyed it aren't in the title.
Right.
If you really think about it.
If you think about it, but if you think about it any more than that, you'll figure it out.
So these two characters in question jump in and save Goku at the last minute. Goku gets knocked out here, I believe. And so we've got...
he fires like 4 little red balls at him.
Right. So we've got Zeno, Super Saiyan 4, Goku, and Vegeta. Vegeta's outfit, not so good. I think it's
not really, but
no.
he's showing a lot of like tight skin.
Well, at least if he's going to do it, put him in those leather pants from GT. That's what I'm saying.
I don't hate it, but I think it's because I've seen this form in figure form like years and years and years ago. So I'm like, oh, that's Vegeta. Like me, I was like eating this up. I was like, oh my God, that's Goku and Vegeta. Oh my God, first time in Super Saiyan 4. It's been so long since GT.
It's a great track. And Doug, I think you're touching on something here. What makes this so great is that we are seeing these specific forms again in official animation that isn't just like a hype video for the latest Heroes mission that's come out. Like this is something where they're voiced and interacting with each other, and Vegeta's being like, get that other Kakarot out of here, and like just cool lines like that. They have real aura, to use a phrase that, you know, they're aura farming when they show up, and this music, this like dramatic music's playing, and and then Trunks has there's 2 dads, which is just a great
2 dads.
2 of them can disappoint you at once. Don't that be fun, Trunks?
Oh no.
So Cumber powers up to Super Saiyan 3 because why not, right? We're in Heroes.
I didn't even notice until the ending of this episode where it's like, look at the Super Saiyan 3 Cumber card that we have in the arcade machine. Like, wait, I thought he always just has long hair. I'm like, oh, he's Super Saiyan 3 now?
Yeah, thanks, Doug. I'm glad I'm not the only one, because when they showed the card, I was like, let me pause and let me look at the eyebrows. Okay, yeah, that is Super Saiyan 3. Didn't notice the entire time I was watching that episode.
Now, let me ask you something, because I meant to research this, but I didn't. Randy, you have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT figure, correct?
Yeah, he's a little mini Goku back there. But yeah,
can you see his tail in that picture, or in that figure? Does he have his tail? Because I don't remember what color the tail is supposed to be on a Super Saiyan 3.
None tail.
Okay, so that's
does
before
turn
baby.
Yellowish.
Okay,
like a yellowish gold when he's Super Saiyan 3 in most media.
This Cumber has a brown tail while he's Super Saiyan 3.
Nope, you messed up.
Well, he's from a different timeline.
I'm pretty sure some iterations of that have brown tail as well.
Wrong one.
Just the one. It's just Goku.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because I'm pretty sure it turns gold. It's kind of like how his gi turns a gold versus an orange or red when he's Super Saiyan 3.
While editing the video version of this, people will already see it on the screen and they will know. Audio version, if Randy wants to cut something in here, it's up to him. I don't know if he's going to do it. Xeno Vegeta has Mai's Potara, or does he have his own? What were the Potara Mai was holding?
It must be Mai's, because why else would they show that? It's just such a weird... Because she doesn't do anything with it for the rest of these remaining episodes.
See, this is where the chocolate chips must be, right? In Daima, we spent all of Daima complaining about Chekhov's guns.
I was just going to say...
Superheroes, it's the chocolate chips, Doug. And I'm going to find these chocolate chips. I'm reading the manga. I don't care. Audience, if you said no, forget about it. I'm already doing it. I've decided. I'm going for the chocolate chips.
Yeah. If this wasn't Mai's Potara, that is Chekhov's Potara from earlier on, where it's like, oh, I have these things, but I won't use them.
And it's funny, before they even use them, like, I don't think Vegeta, they don't even attack Cumber. They're just look at him and like, we need to fuse. Like, we never see Vegeta actually land a punch at all.
Well, who knows how much they've seen? Maybe they saw Blue Kaioken times 20 and they're like, oh man, yeah, we can't match that. Maybe they saw it on the computer that apparently they went to Fu's place and just wrecked his house and then left. It just seems so strange.
I really love how in both cases that we've had Vegito so far, it has been Vegeta's idea to fuse both times. And in this instance, Goku says, I thought you hated fusing. Which means they must do it a lot. Like, how often are these two guys fusing into Vegito?
Oh, probably
a significant amount. Done. And then Vegeta says this time's an exception.
The wives are away. You're feeling lonely. You fuse with your bro. It's just what happens.
I mean, even if it is just one time that they fused, that's an appropriate line to be like you hated fusing.
Yeah. And we get Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegito, which Doug has 3 of.
I have the figure.
He has this figure.
I have that.
Yeah.
Without even knowing what it was.
It's perfectly apt that you just put that short out like a month ago, and then here we are getting to this. So now you have context for it. Right.
I'm so happy I have this figure now.
Things work out. I wrote down another great track. Of course, I can't really put these in the podcast because I don't know if we'll get claimed on them, but it's great music. Just check it out. These episodes are short. You should just be watching this. Funimation, you should be watching. Chris Sabat whispers it in your ear at night. Every night, if you're lucky.
That's my alarm.
I mentioned this during Mario Kart, but one of my alarms is literally the dub track to an episode of DBZ Kai. And it's last time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. And it's
your poor wife.
Goku and Vegeta. Or Goku and Frieza. And so I have Sean Schemmel and Chris Ayers waking me up every morning. It's fun.
That's amazing.
Some people might call that a nightmare. I call it fun.
Nightmare to you.
Yeah. Oh, Doug.
I like it.
All the chains are breaking. Disaster Eraser versus Kamehameha. This time it's just the Kamehameha. It's not the final Kamehameha. Cumber's
That's
over.
a missed opportunity.
Well, we just had it. Do we need to do it? I mean, we also just had Disaster Erasers, so who knows? But just showing they can also still do a plain Kamehameha if they need to. What if he did like the Gallic gun? How would you? You'd be like, oh, okay, Vegito, all right.
Yeah. Or Final Flash, you know?
Cumber's overpowered, but in doing so, causes Vegito to split. Few appears, being like, oh, so you've undone the seal. And then he recognizes the Xenos as that he's like, you guys messed up my place, didn't you? You ransacked. And then he
Looks like
becomes...
Super Saiyan 4 has ransacked this place.
He becomes super few, which I believe is the terminology. Again, we didn't mention that, or maybe we did, that he transformed the last episode. But yeah, he has his transformation. He triggers again.
Not a huge looking transformation, but just the transformation.
Right.
Hair spike here. His eyes change color from, the usual whatever they were to like a black and red sort of thing.
And then our Goku's hand twitches. And then I think maybe some other stuff happens. Goku and Vegeta fly in, and then the episode ends.
They mentioned that like it's their mission to like arrest few. So it's like, okay, so because they're time patrollers. So making that completely clear to the audience. These guys have jobs, so that's different.
Yeah, it's weird. Like they took up this job as like their mission. Is this? Are you happy doing this job, or is it like, like, I don't know. I don't feel like our Goku Vegeta would want to do that. Like it's like no, we don't want a job like that. We just want to like fight and live.
So in that episode 20 that I watched, that is the prequel to where we are watching now. Yeah, Goku and Vegeta, or the Xeno Goku and Vegeta are there, along with Time Patroller Trunks. And then you've got Gohan, you've got Pan, all their GT iterations, and then add a few years onto it. I don't know. Like, I think they come from a world where maybe Joji Yanami didn't jump in and say that the Dragon Balls were about to go bad, or that Goku doesn't fly away on Shenlong, like there's some other solution. But they come from an altered GT timeline, much the way that our other characters are coming from an altered Super timeline.
I guess it just feels like a sense of justice that doesn't make sense for character. It makes super sense for Trunks to have the sense of justice. His whole life has been crap and just like, I need to protect people and whatnot. I mean, of course, Goku does in his own right, but it's never been like his main mission. He's kind of like he's fallen into the hero role, whereas Trunks is like, I have to be the hero of this world, of my world kind of thing. And so him being all about justice and like going across different timelines to save them seems more his speed.
Yeah, I'm going to totally butcher and misquote that Toriyama line that like Goku does not set out to do good things. Good things just happen as a byproduct of him fighting.
More or less, yes.
It's something like that. So I see what you're saying. However, we already have that Goku in the Super iteration, and so I like that we have a distinctly different one.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. It just seems weird, like if you think about like how this Goku got here, but I still am like down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in the next episode, and if you are watching superheroes and you are worried about spoilers in the titles, you're watching the wrong show. You're listening to the wrong podcast. Come back when we're not doing superheroes. You skip these episodes because this one spoils Ultra Instinct, which is coming in.
Well, that's what these episodes really are. Like, I can tell when we've hit our mark. Like, okay, this episode's wrapping up now. It's like when you introduce a new form or character. So it's like the first episode was the Kaioken Blue. Okay, that's gonna be the card, and then this is gonna be the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Got it. And now this one's gonna be the Ultra Instinct. So it's like, okay, I know what we're doing, and I'm accepting it for what it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm having a great time. And we got the Xenos. I never know how to say that. Xeno. I guess it would be if you say xenophobic, right? And that's the Xeno from where we're operating with. So it would really be Xenos, Goku, and Vegito. But then I also look at it and I want to hit that E like I'm reading it in Japanese, so it's Zeno. But then that's also the Brutes Wave stuff. So it's tough, man. They should have never localized Dragon Ball. Just leave it in Japanese. So we've got
Goku X.
The Xenos versus Few. Again, more great music. You guys need to like open your ears and listen to the show. Do. It's great. Cumber kind of appears menacingly behind Few, powers up again. Again, he's just in his base form now. He strikes everyone. And Few's like, well, I've done what I needed to do, and then that they will revive soon. We don't know.
Ooh, ominous.
Who? We don't know how. We don't know why, and we don't know when or what, really, at all. We don't know anything about this. And then so Few makes like a big X and then escapes through it. Kula follows after him. Kula, who's just been like the bystander watching. Yeah, he's the guy who provide the color commentary.
Who was like 3 miles away watching, can follow after Fu, but Goku and Vegeta Xeno are just like right there like, whoa, what happened?
In the 10 minutes before we sat down to record this, I went through all of the episodes again at high speed and just skipped through, and I'm just like, what did Kula do this entire arc? And I'm going to tell you what he did. He shows up and he blasts Vegeta before he attacks Cumber, saying that they share a common goal. He wrestles Goku a little, and then he turns gold and throws a blast at Cumber. Blasts him a few times, try to save Trunks before being like, man, whatever. He watches Vegito fight, saying, oh, this is interesting, and then calls Cumber a monster after he becomes a giant ape. Then he says he's really cutting loose when Cumber is blasting stuff. Then he blasts Cumber with just a little bloop, and that's it. Next episode, he blasts Fu as he's retreating the first time. Just a little bloop, that's it, done. Next episode, watches Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta fight. Done. Next one, he asks Cumber, haven't you had enough? Because he stands back up. He gets blasted a little, and then he chases after Fu at the end. Like that. Cool. I'm glad we had him show up to do literally nothing.
Randy,
that's great.
Like those specific moments are like what made me think of this as just like a kid playing with his toys, and just like the kid like, oh yeah, I have this Cooler figure. Let me remind my plot that he's there. So he just goes up and like bloop, shoots a little beam like, I'm still here.
And it's a bust. It's a bust too, because I don't think we've ever gotten a Golden Cooler figure.
We have not.
What's the point of all this?
I know, right?
I don't know. Got only the cards.
It would be such an easy event exclusive, because I think all you need to do is smooth out his face mask and then add some more little beads onto his tail, and then you've got Golden Cooler. So Tamashii Nations.
That one's free. Tamashii
that's
Nations.
free.
That free.
Yeah, that's free. All you need to do is send Randy and I Genkidamatsuri Gokus, and we're good. That's our payment.
That's what I was going to say.
All right, so now Cumber makes like the biggest, like a spirit Genkidama style disaster eraser, and he throws it at the planet. The Xenos try to push it back. Goku's still passed out, and then his eyes open. Gosh, as it fades white and like, don't do that, guys. Don't. That's bad. That's Come on, Yamamuro. Awful. That's not good at all.
You freak.
We get an explosion. We see an explosion from outer space. Pillar of Light, Ultra Instinct coming from Goku. He goes from Omen and then immediately to Mastered. And
just to show both forms.
Let me sprinkle a little praise on this again, and the paying attention of the writing team here. The Xenos don't recognize it, and Mind Trunks don't recognize it. And Vegeta has to be like, this is Ultra. He doesn't say any details about it, but he's like, this is Ultra
Just
Instinct.
what it's called.
Right. Like, this is a thing. It happened while you were gone, and let's move on from this. So I really like that. Vegeta, though, in this world where we're at, right, isn't it at the beginning of the Broly movie, does Goku say something like, I haven't been able to use Ultra Instinct again? Or am I thinking?
This is the final scene of the Super anime when they go off to just go fight on the cliffs, And he's like, oh, are you going to do that thing? It's like, nah, I haven't been able to do it since then. Are you going to do your thing? And Vegeta's like, nah, I can't. So then they just fight as regular Blue. And then we do our Harmony Cell and it's over.
They said that? That's interesting.
Yeah, that's why it's odd. Vegeta is like, oh, this is Ultra Instinct. This is strange. This is a thing that he has not been able to do.
Hey, while they were training on Which's planet, he might have mastered it right then and there. Before, off screen.
So Vegeta should be a little bit more amazed that like Goku has done this again, but also maybe he's trying to no-sell it because he doesn't want like Trunks to see that he's amazed by this.
That's nice, yeah.
All right, that's our Toyotaro. That's our Toyotaro moment, explaining away something that might otherwise seem like an inconsistency. Ultra Instinct Goku, as I wrote, and this one is for the oldies like us. He pwns Cumber.
He bodies him.
Yeah. He gives a knowing look at Super Saiyan 4 Goku to get everyone out of there with teleportation, but this isn't played well. Like, when you see Goku and you're, like, looking up at him, and then he just, like, looks down at Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Goku reacts, but it's not like there's a knowing moment between them. Like, obviously, that's what's happening here, because then the series of events leads to them teleporting, but it just comes back to Yamamuro's disastrous direction in that... we're not really selling this idea to the audience.
Yeah, I read that the same way, Ken. I was like, okay, like I guess that's what he meant, but I didn't catch that from the looks. There's certain ways that animators really do sell looks like that. Like it really gives like credit to people that nail it when they just do unspoken dialogue like that.
Yeah,
it would have required them to draw 4 more. Frames of him like looking away and like doing a nod or something,
doing like a head turn, like get out of here.
And then like, oh, okay, but no, just look.
Or even you just
Randy, just a little, just like a nod would have been perfect.
You just crash zoom in on Goku's face, and then you go to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then you have him react just a little differently. But like just having Goku, and then because it's like he just like looks
just
down
Terminator
at him.
looks at him just.
But there's no, it's very robotic in that way. There's no like importance given to it.
Goku's like whoa.
So he teleports everyone out of there except for Goku, and then we're in a very much Goku versus Frieza type situation as the planet's exploding. It is borderline like offensively reminiscent of that, if not for some of the other stuff that happens. So the planet's blowing up. Goku overpowers Cumber with the Kamehameha. The red moon that we have seen a few times now cracks and turns purple. Goku is back in his base form. A bunch of characters appear, including our boy Zamasu is back.
Not just regular Zamasu.
Steampunk
fused
Zamasu.
form.
It's fused Zamasu, and he has like bandages over the parts of his body that would have been the purple hulked out parts. So it is like he has somehow... I have seen the episodes with Zamasu in it, and I don't remember, and I don't think that they ever explain why he's wearing that. And it's just one of those things you have to infer, is that like those are where his body got all screwed up at the end of the Future Trunks arc.
As best as we can assume why he'd be wearing something like that. Maybe he just thinks it looks cool. He saw it, on the streets of Tokyo, and he's like, yeah, man, that's a cool outfit.
It looks like steampunk, like style. He got a style.
A little bit, yeah.
Zamasu retrieves Cumber and leaves without a word, I guess because they didn't have, what's his name, Shinichiro Miki or something like that. They didn't have him on the payroll this episode, and so...
I will say, the way they animated Cumber turning around, like getting lifted up off of the ground, that was very well done. I liked that. They did a good job there.
The arc on his body where it's like being lifted up in the middle of his body.
Yeah, and how he was turned, there was some real weight to it. I liked that. I thought that was pretty good. We see it's Zamasu, and then I think there's actual features of like 4 other characters, and then there's somebody in the back in shadow, but I'm thinking, looking at that silhouette, I'm like, is that just BoJack?
It's not. It's not
God.
BoJack. I'll tell you, it's not
okay.
BoJack.
Okay.
I thought it was BoJack with just, he's got like a fur collar on a coat now. And I'm like, okay, well that's Xenobard or BoJack now, I guess.
We will be introduced to more movie characters as this series goes on.
Shocker.
I don't know if BoJack is one of them. But
Isn't he in the manga or something? When I was scrolling through looking up stuff today, it's like, okay, he's around. Okay.
We do have...
Maybe it was him?
some popular movie characters to look forward to, and we have one movie character.
BoJack isn't popular?
Well, I mean, come on. He's no like Janemba or
No.
Super 13.
or Blue Broly, yeah. But we do have one popular one in there, and then another one who never in a million years you would guess that they would bring this guy back to be in Heroes of all things and be a driving
Dr.
force. Well, Doug, if you're just going to say it like that, then yes.
Was it? I just guessed.
Yes,
That's my
is.
last. That's hilarious. That's the last one I would expect. You said last one.
It is him, which is crazy. And so there's fun stuff in this series to look forward to as we continue on. If you find that kind of a deep cut fun, and you should. If you're listening to this, yes.
Yeah. More thinking about Cumber and everything, it feels like he'll be like a reoccurring final boss or like big minion of the whole arcing story. They keep like reviving and bringing him back. Like obviously we've reached all the forms that Goku can go through. So now we need to reset the story so we can start again as Super Saiyan, then Blue, then God and everything like that. But it really like just experiencing Cumber as such a nothing Saiyan that I don't give a crap about. It really makes you think about Broly and like, oh, this is what like people think Broly is, but Broly actually thinking about this actually has a decent story. I guess a lot of it was like Broly was introduced into our world in a time where we were yearning for more Saiyans. With Cumber now, it's like we don't need another Saiyan. We don't care. We've been through this rigmarole so many times, but it just gives credit to Broly as a character.
Once we introduced Sadala, we don't need more science.
Yeah, Doug, I had explained it after I watched these to Andrew. Like it is movie 8 Broly, but somehow worse. Yeah, which is impressive.
Very impressive. Think about it. Gives credit to Broly, to OG Broly.
The planet explodes. A planet cluster explodes, a la Namek. Goku even does the like yell thing. As it explodes.
Is that from something? It looks like traced from something, or
it's reminiscent. Of when Namek explodes and Goku's yelling like right before it happens.
Except he's on land.
Yes.
Yeah. This time we don't have Yamcha to react to it as well. And I will tell you guys, as some kind of like some breadcrumbs to lead you on, there's some great Yamcha stuff later in Heroes.
Oh, yes. Interesting. Does it make up for this? Him seemingly exploding with the planet when we already know he can teleport. Like the reason why it was shocking on Namek is he didn't know how to do that yet. But now it's like, you just leave, man. You just go home.
2 fingers up and you're good.
We know he can teleport, but he has to have his bearings. So he doesn't have
stop screaming for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Right, but he doesn't know.
I'm panicking.
We established last episode he was guided here by Few, right? But we don't know the steps that he has to take to get back. Whereas Xeno Goku, has a way that, this guy's an experienced time patroller. He probably knows his way in and out. I could buy him being able to easily teleport away. So I'm Toyotaroing, #Toyotaro moment. That's why Goku couldn't just teleport out of there.
Sure.
Speaking of teleportation, while we're on teleportation, Fu makes that like X to teleport away. But I'm like, didn't he teleport last episode without needing to make an X?
Do that?
Yeah, he just went back into his office and just went.
That only works when there isn't a red moon out.
Of course. You're right. How could I forget the red moon? Yeah.
It's the amount of not explaining what the heck is up with Few, because he's like, oh, I'm going to invite you here, but that was also a trap because I need you to find these special Dragon Balls. But really, I just want you to fight a little. But don't break the planet. Stop breaking the planet. They break the planet. He's like, finally, my plan has come to fruition. Like, they didn't do what you wanted.
Maybe he's doing like reverse psychology or something. Like,
he must be or something.
Hey guys, whatever you do, don't hit that red button.
I think Cumber was like about to kill Goku, but then Fu was like, hey, chill out, and like stops him right before he does it. It's like, you're about to kill the guy you were trying to kill. What is your deal?
No, he just wanted them to fight for him for energy reasons. It's like he's Babidi or something. But then again, not explained.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if we ever will. Again, I'll look for the chocolate chips. I'll get back to you guys next time we review Super, which won't be next episode, but next time we review it, I'll have a manga update section, and then I'll be able to sprinkle the chips on the cookies
if there
as
are
we watch.
Chips.
I'll find the goddamn chips.
Yeah, man. I better get a big ass bag of chocolate chips next time.
And that brings us
just
to
buy the chocolate chips.
The end of the episode. There is no tease at what happened to Goku, which is kind of bold. He could be dead for all we know.
Wow. It's just like on Namek.
If they didn't make any episodes after this, they'd be like, yeah, in this timeline, he died.
Hey, this is a different universe. this different universe Goku we plucked out of where he knew Super Saiyan Blue.
There you go. It's all the Xeno Goku story now. That's all you really care about, isn't it?
Well, Randy, I want to thank you because you did seem significantly more engaged in the discussion this time, which means that you found something to enjoy and to bring to this. And that fills me with excitement for what's to come.
With such joy.
It gives me a feeling resembling joy, I think.
Because these episodes, as much as we shit on them, I love shitting on them. It's just such dumb excitement. And I love it for that.
Yeah. I wish it didn't exist, but I was just in it at this point. Like, fine. Now I knew what it is.
I guess we're still in that separation because I love that this exists in all its stupidity.
I don't know.
I'm glad that we're getting Moro, but I'm glad that this exists. This is fun.
And it's its own separate thing. Like they're not shoving this in your face. We're shoving it in your face, but Toei is not shoving it in your face. You know what I mean?
According to Toei, we shouldn't even know this exists.
Right.
No, it was region locked. You couldn't do that. Like I used a VPN, watched the first episode when it debuted because I'm like, all right, new stuff. I watched it, I'm like, I don't have to watch this ever again. I just stopped and I didn't feel like I was
still traumatized from that moment.
Yeah, that's what happened. I'm glad we had a good time, but I think that we all need a little break, which is perfect because we're going to take one of those. And then when we come back, we're going to hear what you guys had to say about these episodes. So we'll see you back in just a sec. Alrighty, we are back here again with some more. We got a podcast, and we're going to hear what you guys had to say about these 3 episodes on Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I forgot the name for a second. To be fair, there are other things in Dragon Ball that use the word superhero. But Ken is always out here manning the blue sky, putting out the call, asking for what you guys had to say. And so, Ken, I would like you to take this first one.
Sure. So before I take this first one, I'm looking at Blue Sky right now, and it says we've got 6 replies. I only see 5, which means we're missing one. Now, we don't have any mute filters. We're not muting any accounts on the We Got a Podcast account. So I don't know what's going on. My only guess is that our 6th friend here has a private account and forgot to unprivatize before commenting. So if that is you and you hear this, unprivate and then remind us next episode. So this is,
there we go.
Going forward, people, make sure you're not on a private account if you're going to reply to stuff. So Jacob Sawyer, who has a public account, writes in and says, these little chunks are working well for me. I watched with my kid this time, and he had many questions. Again, it's all right. It hasn't gripped me yet, but the music is still good.
See, I think that's actually a great way to do this, especially if you are a freak like us, to be answering questions of like, who is that? Why did that happen? Because then you get to exercise your brain, which you are definitely not doing watching this, to be like, okay, I get to explain this. I get to share this weird thing that I know, frankly, too much about. And
a lot of this doesn't have answers, though. A lot of it's like, I don't know either, kid. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to tell you.
Well, Jacob, listen to this and then tell him, hey, guess what? We Got a Podcast said blah, 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 blah. You know, and I edit most of the serious cursing out, so we're probably... PG-13.
Somewhat family friendly.
At worst.
I'm trying to get better at cursing.
So
yeah, Doug's the real problem child here. He's always throwing out F-bombs and
Randy,
sometimes the other F word. And like, let him say it. But you wouldn't know because it's edited out. You don't know.
Don't put that out there, Ricky Bobby.
He's out here saying Funko Land, and nobody remembers that story but us.
If the word was Funko Pop that I took so seriously, like, don't say Funko. Don't say Funko.
That's good. All right, I'll take this one here from Rob. Don't we have a name for him?
Rob.
Of course, the one and only Rob. The journey of Super Dragon Ball Heroes continues. Episode 4, the introduction of Super Few. I find it really funny that Few is able to tie his hair back up again off screen after turning Cumber back to normal. Cumber sure has something against the Super Saiyan God. Also, Mai seems to have an extra pair of Potara. Episode 5, oh boy, Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta are here. I wonder if Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta will get to fight. Oh, never mind, they just fuse. It's Vegito again, but Super Saiyan 4 this time. I gotta say, I do not like Xeno Vegeta's outfit. I guess Xeno Goku is good at putting an outfit together. And episode 6, has an animated Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta ever had a good fight? Oh, perfected Ultra Instinct Super Dragon Ball Heroes Goku saves the day. Also new villain team with Zamasu along, but this time it's punished Zamasu. I'm sure the next time we see Super Dragon Ball Heroes Goku, he'll be wearing his best outfit ever.
Yeah, that is a hint.
Zamasu.
And what Goku wears in the next arc. And if you don't know, you'll never guess it.
Yeah, if it's what I remember seeing, I need to have a barf bag near me. So.
Doug, do
Is
you
there
know?
a figure of it?
Do you know what Goku?
Figure of it?
No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway.
God.
You don't know what he's going to wear? Okay, don't look it up.
I don't think so.
I hope they make an SH figure arts of it, and Doug has a wall complete collection, except for there is a hole missing, and he's like, I will not buy this one.
Are you serious? Is that bad? It can't be that bad.
No.
I don't think it's... We'll discuss it when it happens.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I want Doug's pure reaction on it.
I thought this was stupid. This Vegeta look was stupid, but
I think
it's growing on me now.
Marcus jumps in and says, just want to say I'm in favor of continued Super Dragon Ball Heroes coverage. Look, it's either this, diving deeper into the Young Gigi literary universe, or you start reviewing Dragon Ball Kakume. Them's the breaks. But the Super Dragon Ball Heroes coverage should be gradual. Come back to it every now and then. Prioritize Randy's sanity.
Well, Marcus, thank you for, putting my sanity as the top concern there. I'm going to be okay. If we, break this up, I think we'll be doing better than we were.
I'm on this podcast to purposely mess with Randy's head. Break him.
That's true. When I asked him to be on the podcast, he said, "Can I ruin your day?" And I said, "Bring it on, buddy."
He said, "You can try."
I think by virtue of the characters that appear in the next arc, Randy will have a much better time.
Oh,
Jiren's back. This time he's on our side. Hit's back. Zamasu's back. Yeah, I don't know why
Jiren's
they're back, but they're back.
This doesn't sound appealing at all.
Jiren's back. He's on our side. He will shoot a blast at somebody and then go, interesting, while watching a fight, and that's it.
Well, for me, those characters would suit better in this Dragon Ball superhero kind of landscape as opposed to like purposely needing to have meat in the story and then them having no meat at all.
Yeah, it's like we discussed before. There's a high likelihood they'll never come back in Super. So you put them here, and you let them have fun.
Yeah. That's fair. Weeba says the only real saving grace of the series so far is just how little of a time commitment it is compared to Daima or Super proper. At least we know that the next arc is going to have a returning villain with Zamasu, which is nice to see this series might actually give some screen time and redemption to returning characters, as well as seeing forms like Super Saiyan 4 and Ultra Instinct in motion again, which is nice. Hopefully they don't draw out the Goku is totally dead and there's absolutely no way that he could have survived that explosion. Nope, no way. He's definitely for sure dead for realsies this time. Cliffhanger. Personally, I wouldn't mind taking a month or two break in between each arc. Keeps it so that we can still talk about various other topics in the Dragon Ball cosmos or other franchises, as well as making burnout less likely. I appreciate every upload you guys make regardless. Oh, Weeba, thank you so much. I'm glad that you appreciate that. And I will say, speaking about other franchises, I have watched the 30th anniversary Evangelion short twice so far.
Nice.
So I'm halfway there.
Two more
to my
times.
4 times watching. Yes, exactly. So we can get to that soon. Probably.
I'm excited. I haven't seen it at once yet, but I'm supposed to just watch it one time, right?
Just the one time.
Me specifically. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch some YouTube like dissections of it before we can come in and have a discussion.
Likewise.
About it.
Yep, I need to do some research.
Yeah. Gander jumps in here with a little bit of a different opinion, saying Super Dragon Ball Heroes is pretty terrible so far. The art is pretty, but the animation isn't good enough to really appreciate the matchups IMO. However, I enjoy following along with your coverage and hope it continues. I've never had a reason to stomach Super Dragon Ball Heroes before, and now I do. And thank you, Gander, first of all. I don't think you've ever written in before, so thanks for jumping in here.
Oh,
I've noticed a trend. As we review things, people jump in and say, hey, I never had any reason to do this, but you know what? You guys are the best. I love you in a weird, like parasocial way. Don't be like that. But you jump in, you read and you watch this stuff with us. And I'm glad that we can be that channel, that avenue for you to experience Dragon Ball content that you otherwise would not have.
Yeah. It feels like we're not alone in this. Like from my side as well. It's like, yeah, we're not the only ones going through this terrible but yet exciting journey. I'm with you. This is terrible, but it's still somewhat fun.
Right.
Because of the 9-minute pacing. Like, just 9 minutes, like, episode's done before I know it. Before I have, like, any sense of, like, this was dumb, it's like, oh, it's done. We're moving on.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It really kind of is all about the journey rather than the destination, because at least we're doing it with some other cool people, each other, me, Doug, and Ken, but also because, you guys out there are also doing it with us and sharing your thoughts and everything like that. And even if it's dog poop like this is, we're having a good time. And that's what matters.
Thanks for saving that for Jacob's kid.
Yeah, dog poop. I'll use that from now on.
Well, I was going to say another word, but we had just talked about how we keep it relatively clean here, and I didn't want to give Ken some extra homework by cutting out the things that I had said. Can I even say words?
Randy, you... There, you got to bleep that out now.
No, great. And that was a real one, folks. Just as real as this trivia.
Oh! No! Hey, that's my thing where I introduce it. Ken, you're stepping on my toes, and I do not appreciate it. Okay, so yes, we do have trivia here from our one and only Trivia Deity Denpai. Oh, Denpai?
Deity.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Deity
Podcast much?
See, I was thinking ahead. I'm like, I have to tie this in and be like, or is it Xeno Zenpai from a different universe?
I like Deity Denpai. That's good.
Deity Denpai is good. Make sure to change your name on all of your socials, Zenpai, to Deity Denpai. Otherwise, what were we doing here this whole time? Question number 1. Who sings the Super Dragon Ball Heroes opening theme song? Which I have only watched in the first episode, skipping it when I watched every other one, and thereby committing anime sin?
I don't
Is
know.
that what Zenpai said?
Yes.
I don't know, but I'm going to say da 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 da. Da, 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 da. That's my answer.
Yeah.
I did notice this time, I like the vibe of this intro. It's very much of its time, and it brings me back to non-Daima type of music,
Well, it should bring you back because it is, in fact, Takeyoshi Tanimoto who did Dragon Soul and Yeah Break, Care Break from the first run of Kai.
Yabure Kabure.
Yabure Kabure, exactly. So yeah, it's fine. I have not skipped it. I have not skipped it any time I watched it. Last time, I thought about it, but I was, as I had mentioned, getting swole, so I didn't have time to reach for the remote. I'm just gonna keep lifting these.
No, even I am hella skip intro on that.
I don't blame you. Number 2, Kappe Yamaguchi, whose voice actor also had a role in the Japanese dub of Dragon Ball Evolution. What role did he play? I just talked about this last time, guys. There you go.
Really?
Yes. I like that Doug is surprised each time we bring up the Kappe Yamaguchi.
I don't know Japanese names. I'm just like, what did you say?
All right, flashback to the Evolution episode. I'm sure Randy brought it up. And then...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, I did. So, yes, Doug. It's the same guy who plays Inuyasha in Inuyasha, playing Goku, and then also Fu. So, that's fun. Oh, Usopp from One Piece, also for another... I was going to say modern, but that's also... back around the same time, but continues. Question number 3, before getting official confirmation of how the kanji in his name were supposed to be read, how did people think Tadayoshi Yamamuro's name was read?
Something like Naoyoshi Yamamuro, right?
There you go. Knocked it out of the park,
Wow.
Ken.
And I believe it is something like in the Dragon Ball visual history book, there's also they get someone's name wrong in that as well.
Oh.
Something like that.
Uh-oh. Yeah. It makes it tough. Japanese, the language, you got to clean it up. You can't do this stuff. You can't have kanji that it can be read multiple ways, and then we don't know how to say your name.
There was something I saw. I don't remember if it was Tomino from Gundam or some Japanese anime producer was saying that English is too simple of a language to be translating stuff into, and I'm like, okay. You have 2 words for kill, and then the rest we're supposed to interpret this a million different ways.
Right?
Yeah.
You've got no synonyms. This is you've got a Vulcan language, and I would like you to spice it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about slandering an entire culture. Let's do question 4. who clearly deserves a Best Performance Award for their work on Episode 4 of Dragon Ball Heroes. Sorry, Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
I didn't sign up for. I didn't sign up for 4 questions.
Oh, yeah. Usually he only gives us 3, but this 4th one, this one's be sassy, because I'm pretty sure this is a whole bunch of sarcasm.
Oh. Then I guess Yamamuro.
I was to say, yeah, the bad animation then?
No, this is performance, like vocal performance. Who deserves?
Oh, didn't Mai do like a weird scream that was like, whoa, this is...
It's
she like
Goku-san! Or something like that.
Yeah. My ears like, almost broke when I listened to it.
One has to assume that's specifically what he's referencing, because yes, Eiko Yamada, Mai's voice actress, should deserve a Best Performance Award.
It was so weird. That'll be my alarm to wake up in the morning. Will be that.
Oh gosh, that's like having Dragon Ball Kakarot Gohan crying as your alarm.
Yeah,
I've said it before, and I don't know if I said it here, but when I play Kakarot in the early part of that game, I have to play it dubbed. Because it's just, I can't do it, the crying.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Well, anyway, thanks for listening. We love interacting with you, talking about our favorite franchises in the world, to keep you in the conversation. And I screwed that up, but you know what? We're going to roll with it, because at this point, it's too late. We'd have to roll back all the way to the very first opening of the show, because that's how we do it. Whenever we make a mistake, we don't edit it out. One take. We just do it all in one take. We got all right.
Curse of the Blood Rubies. Let's go. Next episode.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Back to episode 1. Anyway,
right, Zeti Denpai, get on those new trivia questions.
All right. Yeah, we should have rolled it back again there. If you heard that, we didn't roll it back. You can always hit us up on our socials. We keep it easy at Blue Sky. We're at wegottapodcast.com over there. And of course, you can always email us at wegottapod@gmail.com.
And thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use his track, Kakarot Theme Hip Hop Track Remix. You can find that track and other great music by him on his SoundCloud. Ken, where can the people locate you?
You can locate me with your Dragon Radar at detectivex.bsky.social, where I am not posting them yet, but I am continuing to develop Oobtober for this year, which won't be for a few months.
Yeah.
Showed Randy and Doug's pretty wild stuff happening coming up. So look forward to that.
Awesome. And Randy, where can they find you?
You can just... look for me over there on the Blue Sky, Saberbreaker at wegottapodcast.com. Just search Saberbreaker.
Just search Saberbreaker. You got it.
Just do that.
You can find me at Drbaz Doug. Again, I'm on the socials, TikTok, Instagram, and the YouTube Shorts. So yeah, find me there doing some giveaways for the Genkidamatsuri Goku.
Which have those? Maybe it's already happened. I don't know. I don't know the timing.
No, it'll be 10 days from when we're recording. Okay. So if this comes out, when it comes out, it should be still.
You'll have a couple days left.
Hold on. So we're recording this on the 24th. I have to check something on the calendar here.
Spoiler.
This episode comes out on April Fool's Day? Is this our April Fool's episode?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think so, which means that people know, and we can finally mention that the Kanzenshu Wiki is live.
Yeah, and let's go.
If you don't know, Mike has been putting together a massive podcast to celebrate the opening of the wiki. It's real, folks. So go over there, check it out. I know Mike and I talked for about 30 minutes. He interviewed several people. I don't know how long all of those other conversations are, but if Mike and I went 30 minutes talking about the wiki, and I asked him, I said, like, how long are all these? And he's like, well, some are about this length, some are very short, but so it's going to be like a possibly 4-hour podcast. I have no idea, but it should be a good listen. And also jump into the wiki. You know, I have poured a lot of my heart and soul into that thing. Continue to, though not like I was. Randy and Doug, I describe them as leeches who have access but don't ever do anything. But now everyone...
Hey.
Yes.
I did do a few episode pages. Like I just put the basic info and things. I think it was at the start of Super. And then I also did some voice actor pages. So maybe you don't call me a total
leech. I watched Mike live stream some wiki editing stuff just this past weekend and still didn't understand what the hell he was doing, but it looked interesting. No, he was like taking, dude, it's like very like in depth. Like he's looking, because Dragon Quest had something to do with Dragon Ball at one certain time in 1994. He's like getting all these magazines to find the dates to plug into the thing to be accurate, because no one else has this information. This will be the one-stop shop for everything you need to know in the archive of Dragon Ball.
I cannot imagine what it's going to be like for you, and I am talking to the audience here, to jump into that wiki, having never seen anything before. I've had my eyes on it for like 8 years, so it's all pretty old to me, but it is still fantastic, and you are going to lose like a week to it, just clicking through, reading everything. There's so much stuff there. A lot of it's incomplete. Most of it's incomplete, right? I've got pages up that you're going to see that are incomplete and just say, fix me or something in the locations. But that's
to be determined.
We are just pulling the plug. We're opening it to, I guess we're plugging it in. We're not pulling the plug. We're plugging it in.
We're pulling the plug. It's over.
Everyone's going to get to jump in. So when you finish this podcast, go jump kanzenshuu.com/wiki and just have a crazy great time. This is a real ass wiki, sorry, Jacob's kid, real wiki experience that you can have a great time with. We source everything. So if you have the books yourself, you can go figure out exact pages everything's on. The Dragon Ball wiki will die. And we will destroy it.
Evil dies tonight.
With sources. Evil dies tonight, but not this podcast. This podcast continues to fight another day. Next episode, to appease Randy, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. To celebrate Randy's love of Dragon Ball, we will be jumping into Dragon Ball Z episode. That's a big positive, Randy.
Okay, yeah. You are. I apologize. Sorry.
Dragon Ball Z episode 31, which I believe is the... Well, you'll watch it and find out. I don't want to spoil it. Dragon Ball Z episode 31, we're going to do a whole episode dedicated to just that one. And we sure would love it if you jumped in, watched it, and told us what you thought of it. So until then, we'll catch you Matinator.
Bye.
Let's pull that plug.